Hi guys, I hope you're all well. So you may have seen in a recent video, yeah, I did the HeroQuest Frozen Horror Quest book, and I made the cover art into, well, a 3D diorama. Really pleased with how this came out. Really fun little project. And I did say at the time that I was going to go through and possibly have a go at making all the HeroQuest cover arts into dioramas. And obviously there's quite a few quest books. I think there's still a couple I haven't actually got. But yeah, quite a lot. Awesome looking sort of covers here. And yeah, I'm going to go out making them all, or hopefully eventually, into 3D dioramas. So the one in today's video is going to be this, the Return of the Witch Lord. Love how this looks. Obviously love the barbarian there, chained up in front of his captor. And yeah, this is what I'm going to show how I've made in today's video. So obviously the hero quest I did before was a landscaped look. I really fancied doing the portrait sort of style one this time. So it's going to be the hero quest box art rather than the little quest pack there. As I love the look of this because it has obviously more people in it. So to do this, I have no 3D animation skills or 3D modeling skills. So I'm using Tripo AI. Easy to use software, awesome results. I'll leave links down below, guys. And if you do use my link, you new users get an extra 500 credits to have a little play with. So the first thing we need to do, though, is to make the images that we need a bit clearer, a bit neater. Obviously, as the software is awesome, but it does require a better picture rather than this cluttered one. So all I needed to do was cut out the background. Easy enough to do in Photoshop. And then it's just a case of dragging and dropping the image into this little box up here and letting the software do its bit. So I'd already done this prior to me dropping this in, because obviously I was eager and keen. And this is the result I got after just, well, a minute or so, even if that. But as you can see, absolutely amazing. The detail in this is just fantastic. And the fact that obviously it's filled in the front. And obviously in my diorama, I'm not going to see the front. But say you were making a miniature where you wanted to see, obviously, the whole thing. Yeah, the fact that it can recreate the front just because, well, it's AI technology. So I will say now, guys, I know some people love it, some people hate it. We've all got our own opinions. But if you are negative, then yeah, keep it to yourself because I'm not a negative person. I like positivity. So cracking on with this, I obviously downloaded the STL, 3D printed it, and this is what I've got. And it's just amazing. I think it's absolutely awesome. The amount of detail that's in there. I did snap off one of the chains while taking it off the supports, so that was my bad. Obviously, I had to make my own supports for this. But yeah, love how he's come out. Obviously, resized him so he would fit in the box perfectly. And yeah, I think he's just amazing. So rather than doing all the miniatures from the box art, because obviously there's quite a few here, I thought I'd have a go at doing something a little bit different, and that's a base relief, which is basically taking the 2D image and raising it a little bit to make it 3D. So at the moment, Tripo doesn't do this, but it is something they are looking into. So I just went online, found, well, I can't remember what I found, to be honest, found something where I put my image in, and it made a base relief. And this is what I end up with. So say it just basically takes the 2D flat image and sort of raises bits of it. Did a pretty good job, I think. So this is something Tripo is looking into doing. So keep an eye out for that. And again, my link down below. If you use that, you will get, or new users get extra 500 credits, which is just great. And then it was a case of obviously doing my slap chop style painting here. So everything's primed in black, dry brushed with white. And yeah, I loved how this came out. This reminded me of when I was a kid. You get the old like pennies, put a bit of tracing paper or paper over them, and then rub them with a pencil just to get that sort of relief come through. And that's exactly what it felt like when I was doing this. So he's ready to be painted. We'll do the same now with the the Hero Quest hero in this one, up to the good old barbarian. So I'll put him on a kind of a little base, and I put some little grooves in it to make it look like the stones and floors from below. And yeah, it's just a case of dry brushing him in white before we do the good old speed painting, using a variety of contrast paints, dipping inks, all that kind of thing. But I absolutely love how this looks. So guys, yeah, if you're obviously into HeroQuest like me, Let me know which sort of 2D cover art you'd like to see me do next. The same plan is to eventually probably get round to doing all of them, especially as I'm putting them in these kind of the framed boxes, because these look really good just sort of sitting on desks or shelves. But you can also obviously mount these on walls, which is great because, as I'm always saying, I don't have a lot of room. So having the ability to put these on the walls will just look pretty smart, especially when they've got obviously quite a few of them. So there we go. He's yeah. I still can't go about how good this stuff is. And again, guys, I say I know that people's opinions on AI they seem to be like Marmite. You either love it or you hate it. And I'm definitely one of those love it guys because well, AI is here. It's not going away anywhere. It's only going to be more and more of it. So yeah, you might as well embrace it. So yeah, painting him. So you can use speed paints, but as you'll see throughout this video, I kind of change my plan with how his skin looks. One minute I like it, then I don't like it, so I change it. But again, that's the fun of painting. If you're not happy with something, yeah, change it. Don't just settle for what you've done. And sometimes experimenting, trying out new things. One of the main things I love doing is well using some of the washes. I use a wash over a speed paint just to get well different results. And basically, it's all about getting sort of more contrast in your the miniatures, just so they're not sort of flat looking. Obviously, these miniatures are 3D, so we kind of want some sort of shading on there, and sort of say definitely darkness in the nooks and crannies, which is what you definitely get using speed paints and contrast things. Obviously, not going to bother painting the front because, well, you're not going to see the front, so there's no point doing any of that because, yeah, you're never going to see it. And then for the base, I'm using this Zealot yellow, although it's more of an orange how it comes out. And that's why the first thing I did with all the speed paints I've ever brought, saying that with any paints that I use, I paint the lid just so you can see exactly how the paint looks. Because some of them, also they have the image on the front, but sometimes the colours aren't quite how they look. So yeah, I thought his skin looked a bit pale and he'd be a bit more brighter, a bit more orangey, I guess, a bit more well skin looking. So I thought I'd go over and just do obviously the flatter recessed areas in a lighter sort of skin tone. Again, this is where I I just mess about sometimes and just sort of try different things. When it comes to doing highlights, I can't. That's why I love speed paints because my obviously painting skills are a bit lacking when it comes to sort of doing highlights, feathering paints in or blending paints in is something I can't do. So obviously his skin tone now looks a little bit too much. So this is what I'm going to go over with a wash. It's a yellow wash, but it does seem to be more orange. Again, this is why some paints don't quite live up to the colour they sort of show they're going to be. Um, but yeah, so I thought I'd do a wash over everything, or the skin that is, just to try and blend in everything that I've done. And again, this is sometimes where I do things and they come out really well, and other times I'm like, yeah, has it improved? Maybe, maybe not. So yeah, painting the backdrop. So I'm really pleased with how this thing came out. Again, it's something fun. It's something different. I've never done a sort of base relief thing before. But yeah, really enjoyed how this looks. And I say, I know Trippo are looking into, well, they're always looking into adding more and more things to their software. And this is definitely one of the things they are possibly thinking about, which would be pretty cool. So hopefully they will do this because, yeah, I love I love how this has come out. So there's not too many colors involved in this. But say if I had printed this out of all the little miniatures, I think it would have got a lot fiddlier, especially because there is quite a lot there. But yeah, base relief. Yeah, it's cool. So yeah, painting this, finishing off the few last little bits, and then we'll get this all together. We'll say another good thing is obviously it's only got a few components. Obviously this backdrop, then the actual barbarian himself, and then the case that it all kind of goes into, or the little sort of framed book diorama thingy. But yeah, so love how this come out, and I can't wait to do well another one of these. As I say, I really like the idea of having quite a few of these on the wall, and just showing off all the HeroQuest bits and pieces. Well, guys, any other ideas for anything HeroQuest related you want to see me make? By all means, let me know. I am considering making some sort of box up that stores your miniature, the cards, and the dice. so that your players can sort of take their miniature away in a little kind of like a box, or I might make it into like a book box. I'm not too sure. But yeah, anything else you can consider thinking me making for HeroQuest? Because obviously I do like making things to make this game even more visually sort of spectacular. Yeah, by all means, let me know down in the comments. So before this, I wanted parts of it to look a bit darker. I think when I dry brushed it, certain areas went a bit lighter. When well, they should have been darker, more shadowy. So that's that complete inside the box, obviously 3D printed as well, because well, everything's 3D printed these days. And there's my barbarian. So the skin tones, yeah, I think I could have probably messed about with his skin tones for hours and days and whatever. So I've kind of left it like this. I'm not unhappy with it, but it doesn't look exactly like the book, and that's what obviously I was trying to go for. So there we go. There he is inside his little diorama. Yeah, simple sort of framework there. HeroQuest logo. So now we've got obviously they're always going to be the same size, but yeah, I'm going to have some horizontal and some sort of portrait sort of style. But love how this has come out. So guys, let me know in the comments what you think of this. Say any negative AI people, yeah, if you want to write something, you can write something. I will just ignore it anyway. But I absolutely love AI and what it's doing. And as I say, it is here to stay. So guys, don't forget to check out the link down below to Trippo. And say new users will get 500 credits when you click on my link. So definitely go and do that. And don't forget to let me know in the comments which one you want me to do next. I mean, I like them all. I do like the look of this Skeller's Keep one. That's pretty cool. Rise of the Dread Moon, yeah, that's going to have a lot of people in it. But guys, let me know what you want to see me do next. Okay, guys, another video on the screen. Give that a click, see more what I do. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave comments, all that fun stuff. You guys take care. See you in the next one. Bye for now.